Now, what is your opinion on adlibs in a song?
I feel like adlibs, they really bring out the song, you know what I'm saying? Like, they hype the song up, or they tell something else in the background, you know what I'm saying, that the lyrics ain't speaking on. So one of the, yeah, that makes a lot of songs, because actually, I didn't listen to a lot of artists, and I like their ad-libs more than I like their lyrics.
Any in particular that come to mind to you?
Let me see. Jeezy did a real good job with ad-lib, you know what I'm saying? I mean, who else? Pastor Troy, when he did his thing. It's a couple ad-lib kings out there, man. I like Gucci ad-libs too. So you know what I'm saying? Yeah, those three there, they kind of like made the whole South ad-libs pop out in. The Migos, yeah. Yeah, the Migos did their thing too. So they famous for their ad-lib.
Now, what about your adlibs in particular? Do you have a strategy at all when it comes to yours?
Ad-lib is sort of like a trademark for me. So when I go into a record, I always want to, stamp my ad-libs on it to let the people know, this Goldmouf coming. You know what I'm saying? This Goldmouf ad-libs. It gives you your own unique personal experience, and let the fans know, yeah, this gotta be him because he said such and such, such and such. You know what I'm saying? Dolph too. Like Dolph used to come in. It's Dolph. It's another ad-lib Dolph had that was real famous. I can't really think of it right now, but ad-libs are very important because it stamps that rapper. It identifies that particular artist.
Now, when it comes to your adlibs and this trademark that you just described, some call that a signature adlib. What is yours?
Yeah. A goal, like when I begin a track or I end a track, I always want to say goal, you know what I'm saying, just to let the people know I'm coming. Nigga, I just did that, you feel me?
Now, for those in the audience, getting to know you for the very first time, when you say yeah, and then gold, is that something you do together, or are those two separate ad-libs that you're mentioning?
Yeah, they two separate ad-libs.
Now, obviously, gold is in reference to your stage name, but what about yeah? Is there a meaning behind that when you implement that in your music?
I feel like, coming from Macon, you know what I'm saying, when we say niggas just be talking, people just be blowing smoke, just be talking, we be like, yeah. So, I just brought that lingo from my city and I put it inside of my raps, you know what I'm saying? So it let them know that this is Goldmouf from Macon, so it's all a signature, it's a whole trademark. It's I'm representing where I'm from, and I'm representing who I am on this particular song, if that makes sense.
And when you implemented that ad-lib, the yeah, as you described previously, were you the first recording artist to do this ad-lib?
In the way that I did it, yes. Yeah, I was.
Okay, now, when it comes to collaborating with other recording artists, have you added your ad-libs to another artist's verse on the same song?
Yeah, I think, because actually, me and Jeezy did a song together. Although it haven't been put out yet. While he was doing his hook, I was in the background doing my ad-lib. So, yeah.
And is that the only time you recall you've done that, putting your ad-libs on another artist's verse on the same song?
I think I did it with Derez Deshawn too. Yeah.
And is that a song that's also unreleased?
Nah, that one out. It's called All I Could. Yeah, I did that.
Now, in either of these instances, when you do add your ad-libs to another artist's verse on the same song, is that you voluntarily doing that, or does the other artist ask you to do that?
Now, it really depends on how the song is going. Like, if you need a filler right there or something like that, you know what I'm saying, and you want to add a little bit more sauce to it, then yeah, I'll do that. But typically, artists, when you're recording with an artist, they got their own ad-libs on their own verse. You know what I'm saying? And they do it the right way. But sometimes under rare circumstances, you know, you might want to add a little bit more sauce to it, or you may feel like you need to add something to that space right there. So, yeah, that's when I do that, though.
Now, just for a little bit more context, this song with Derez Deshawn, is that your song featuring him or
it's
his
mine.
song featuring you?
Yeah, it's mine. And that's important, too, though. You know what I'm saying? When you're saying adding your ad-libs to another artist's verse or a chorus, the song more than likely got to be yours. Because, you know what I'm saying? Niggas ain't just trying to let you add no ad-lib to they shit. You know what I'm saying?
And is this the same as the song with Jeezy, your song featuring Jeezy?
Yeah, it's my song featuring Jeezy, yeah.
And even though it's unreleased, is there a title to it, just in case it ever does, that those in the audience now can look forward to in the event that that does happen?
Yeah, it's called Getting It. Yeah, it's called Getting It.
Now, what are your thoughts on a song with a featured artist ad-libs, but no hook or verse from them on that song? Just their ad-libs.
I mean, it really depends on who it is. Because, you know, some artists, they known by their ad-lib. And I think, I think Kanye West did that before. He did that with a Jeezy record. He grabbed Jeezy ad-libs and put it on that, what that song was?
Can't Tell Me Nothing.
Can't Tell Me Nothing, yeah. Just can't get my money right, yeah. So Jeezy was doing that, yeah. He was in jeans with that. Because everybody thought Jeezy was finna actually come on, you know, when they heard his ad-lib, but he didn't. But it still gave it that feel, that vibe, you know, although he didn't put a verse on that particular song at that time. So yeah, it makes sense though.
Now, is that something you've ever been requested to do? Someone wanting just your ad-libs on a song, but no hook or verse from you?
Nah, not at this point.
Is that something you would be open to if you were requested for that?
Yeah, most certainly. Because you still get credit for being on the record.
And what about vice versa? Is there any artist in particular you may want just their ad-libs, but no hook or verse from them?
Maybe, yeah. Maybe it'll make sense. Shit, I won't raw away anything on mine. I don't give a fuck if we just go to yeah. You know, certain artists is most definitely.
And just for transparency, you mentioned Rod Wave here. Do you know him personally by any chance?
I never met him. I had some partners. I got some partners from Florida, from St. Pete. They actually know him. And I supposed to met him a couple of years ago, but it didn't happen for whatever reason. But I don't know him personally, but I like to get to meet him though.
And just in case he's watching or listening to this interview, anything you want to say to Rod Wave?
I need a feature, bruh. Push up. Let a real nigga get a feature.
Now, I asked you several questions here about ad-libs. Anything else you want to mention about them, or question you weren't asked, people want to know just about the subject of ad-libs?
Ad-libs are instrumental. They have become a serious thing in music nowadays. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody don't use ad-libs though, because I hear some real clean rappers, they run all the way through it without ad-libs, but for the most trap rappers and street rappers, yeah, we're gonna use ad-lib because we telling the story up under another story, you know what I'm saying? So it's important that we use ad-lib.